Why did you pick that type of music?
Whenever I make a movie, I try to figure out what piece of music it would be, because I don't do drugs anymore. So true. My wife won't let me, but so music, and I'm a fetish person. You know, I make films purely based on what I would like to see. Like Christina Hendricks' head blown off, I would like to see that. or Ryan wearing a satin jacket, or things like that there's something sexual about. But so with Thrive, I had this idea that it was going to be an electronic score, because it would be an interesting contrast to the very masculinity of a car and this kind of male stunt world that the driver lives in. But but because he's a man out of time, and he drives what is an antique car, because the whole fetish of cars is not about modern cars, it's always about cars of the past when they were an art form. I came to figure out, well, what electronic score would represent that, and then Kraftwerk from Germany kind of became the idea. In the mid-70s, when they started first to make electronic music, they would use very crude instruments but make very beautiful, very feminine sounds in a way. And that feminine feel was very important, because it would counter the very masculinity. And so I would listen to a lot of Kraftwerk when I was developing it, and also while shooting it, and a lot of Eno as well. And then when we got into editing, Matt and I went through a lot of different songs. And I love John Hughes, I love his movies, because he would play the songs all the way through in his movies. And I had this idea, it was interesting to have these montages almost of just music, a bit like Michael Mann used to do. And so I found these three bands that I like, and the first one is College, Kavinsky, which is a French band. And then there's a band called College, which is the real hero, and then there's I Can't Sleep, which is a band called, which is Johnny Jewel, which is a producer from Texas. And then I had Cliff Martinez emulate the sound of that music. But I always wanted that kind of European pop sound of the late 70s, early 80s that you guys didn't have to suffer through in America. But in Europe, it was like the thing. And you had your own problems over here. But in Europe, it was like this, but that sound has really gotten reintroduced in alternative music. So the retro is not meant, it just automatically feels it.
And plus, some of the songs have